Yo, what is up, guys? This is the Brick Joe here, and we have a Bricklink designer program round 3 about to begin. This is set to start on the 17th of May. And so how this works is the first 5 of these projects to reach 3,000 orders are going to be made into a set. You pre-order it, and it's going to be quite a while because the first round sets just shipped out. Some still waiting for their sets. I would guess the round 2 sets are going to be shipping fall, but that's just kind of a big estimate there. We currently have the bowling alley from round 2 on order, but yeah, I'm not expecting that for quite a while. So I would expect this to be like a year away from when people possibly could be getting these as sets, but it's definitely still fun to see, and definitely always good to see, in my opinion, just how some of these go down. We definitely have seen some frenzies with this, and I think this one's going to be kind of crazy, especially given the price point of these projects. The cheapest one here is $130, the 1950s diner. And so what I'll do here is I'll go through each one of these. I'm going to give you my 5 that I think will reach the 3,000 pre-order mark first. And so, So first you have the 1950s diner at $130, the cheapest of the bunch. I don't think that this will be one of the first to reach 3,000, mostly because we already have a modular diner. Obviously, this being much different in scale and size and all that, but I do think that this is slightly covered already by the downtown diner modular. Second up, we have Space Troopers, $200, and it's a little bit tough to tell from these pictures, but one thing with this set that surprises me is that there's 2,600 pieces there, and with this set, for me, I feel like they're going for like half classic space, just by the spacesuits and stuff, but then my problem is like this spaceship here, I feel like doesn't really match that vibe. It just seems a little bit off to me overall. I guess I feel like maybe the classic space people might not be super into it. So I feel like maybe for that reason it won't be one of the 5 picks, so it's not in one of my 5. Next up, we have this nice winter house, 2,700 pieces, $200, and I feel like Winter Village vibes from this set, and we know how those sets go. I feel like this will definitely be one of the 5, and I feel like you could kind of fit this somewhere, in a big layout of a Lego city, not necessarily like within the city, but it could be kind of like an outlier set. I don't know. I just feel like it does have some nice theming to it. Again, definitely has that holiday vibe and Winter Village-y feel that, and those sets tend to do very well. And I think at $200 and seems to be one of the better priced out sets out of the bunch. All of them being expensive, but value wise, it seems to be pretty decent there. If you just compare that to say like a $200 modular. All right, next up we have the working waterfall at $230 for 2,399 pieces. I think it's definitely a cool mock. I just don't feel like it'll beat out enough of these to be one of the 5, but again, an interesting mock and definitely a cool contraption. I can definitely see this one sneaking in, but it's not in my 5 that'll reach 3,000 first. Next up, we have the Steampowered Science, 3,400 pieces, $300. I feel like we've seen a lot of sort of steam punk kind of style sets come through Lego Ideas, and now we have this one in Lego Designer Program. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this as one of the 5 that's going to get through. I feel like, they might not see their day in Lego Ideas kind of officially, but this will be the set that kind of makes it out of the Designer Program. It kind of satisfy that big group that definitely wants to see something like this happen. So I feel like this is going to be one of the 5. And it definitely a lot of intricate details and stuff. I think that'll make for definitely an interesting build. If that becomes one of the sets, I'd be interested to see the instructions for that. All right, and now we have the modular construction site. I feel like this got quite a bit of attention. I think well-deserved too. At $320, it does seem a little bit pricey, even though it does have 3,300 pieces. If you're just looking at it, it does seem a little bit pricey, in my opinion, because you get kind of like a half-finished modular and a crane. But yeah, I just think this would fit perfectly in a Lego city without, I think people a lot of times have a construction area in their Lego city layouts, but this to me I think would be a really easy way to add something like that in your city without a ton of self-modifications and design here looks really on point. So I think definitely has a broad enough appeal, and I think execution wise for this set, I think is definitely there, and just all of that. So I think this is definitely going to be one of the 5. And then we have the Mountain View Observatory at $320 at 3,800 pieces. I just don't think this is gonna make it based on these other sets, and I just think it's one of these sets that has 3,800 pieces, and I just look at that and I just can't see where that's coming from a little bit. Even though it does seem like a decent value from price per piece, I just feel like maybe for what you get substance wise, it's just not quite there, and I just don't know if it can beat out some of these other ones that I think in general have more. Some more supporters behind, or we've seen definitely a lot of people in support of them previously. And then next up we have Brick West Studios at 3,900 pieces and $350. I think kind of that Old West style always does decently well. I think this will be one of the 5, even though at that price point $350, it's kind of a tough pill to swallow. I think there's still enough interest in that kind of Western style Lego set. So I think this has a decent chance at beating out some of these other ones and being one in the top 5. All right, and finally we have the train station at 4,000 pieces at $400. The most expensive out of the bunch, but I think it will end up being one of the top 5. I think the train people will come out for this. I actually think the design of it is really looks really well, really good. One of the things with this too, it is expensive, and the price per piece is not great considering the price point of it, but I feel like just from this picture alone, it feel like you get a decent substance, you know what I mean? Like, it does seem like you get a lot for that, and it's hard for me to say that at the $400 price point, but I do think the train people are going to come out for that, and I think it's just a nice clean design, and it would be something that would be just so out of left field that Lego just would never make something like that, where I feel like it definitely would get people definitely excited to have the ability to purchase something like that. And I think one of the things that will help a little bit too, that in general helps with this, is that when you put in your pre-order, I don't think it charges you until it ships. Like, I'm trying to remember with the bowling alley. I think you place your order on like the Lego.com, and then I think they charge your card once it ships. So I feel like for some of these more, even though a lot of them are expensive, I feel like people have been talking about it potentially making people not want to buy these. And I think especially too, a lot of people that have interest in this program are maybe still waiting on sets from round 2 or round 1 even. And so it's like, I already got like 2 backed up, or 3 backed up. Some people I've seen saying that, where it's like, I don't know if I can like commit to something like this when I still have those sort of on the horizon. And I totally get that, but I do think that there'll still be quite a lot of demand for these sets. I think in general the program has been pretty good, and I really like seeing how this plays out. I won't personally be going after any of these. I think that's one sort of issue with the higher price point, is that there isn't much in the way of being like, I could see myself, kind of just. I kind of like it, and I like it enough maybe to where, I'll put in my name for that pre-order or that there. Whereas these at the price point that they're at, it's like, I don't know, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'll probably just go ahead and pass. But I'm interested to see, on the 17th, which one of these will kind of push forward and be one of the top 5. It always is exciting to see that. And I think, there's always a chance that some of these could go really quick, which I think is also interesting as well. But we'll have to see how that all plays out. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on all these and what you think are going to be in the top 5 to get the 3,000 pre-orders in before the rest and produced into sets. All right, if you guys are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, guys, this is Brick Joe signing off.